She was a Jedi who formed a close relationship with fellow Padawan Ahsoka Tano. Although Barriss was extremely loyal to her master, she fell to the dark side and even had the Jedi Temple bombed, framing Tano for it. So how exactly did Offee become a Jedi, and more importantly, how did she fall to the dark side? Well, let's find out. The King Krizaz presents Star Wars Lore Episode 99, The Life of Barriss Offee. Barriss Offee was born on Miriel, and after being found to be Force-sensitive, was taken to the Jedi Temple. After being inducted into the Order, Barriss slowly ascended the Jedi ranks and soon became the Padawan of Jedi Master Luminara Unduli. Not long after, Offee and her master witnessed a meeting between key members of the Jedi Council and Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. They discussed the growing power of the secessionist movement and the threat of an approaching war. Such a war commenced shortly after a Jedi strike team attempted to rescue the imprisoned Jedi Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Senator Padme Amidala. Unduli and her Padawan were part of the team led by Jedi Master Mace Windu, and although they managed to survive, they had to be rescued by Yoda and the Grand Army of the Republic. This commenced a fierce conflict between the Galactic Republic and the Confederacy of Independent Systems, called the Clone Wars. One of Offee's first missions during the Clone Wars was the Second Battle of Geonosis. Along with Luminara, she helped General Skywalker and his Padawan in infiltrating and destroying a separatist droid factory. Barriss and Ahsoka were tasked with venturing into catacombs beneath the factory so to plant explosives, whilst their masters caused a distraction above. However, they were soon discovered by Poggle the Lesser, who had a super tank. A big fight broke out, and at one point Tano was rendered unconscious, leaving Lemirialan to fight alone. Although Offee managed to take over the tank, the bombs they planted before were removed. When Ahsoka regained consciousness, the two agreed to just destroy the factory's reactor, even if it meant certain death for Lem. Fortunately, the powerful armour of the tank spared the Padawans' lives. Although the catacomb exit was blocked by rubble, Unduli and Skywalker helped them escape. Offee and Tano emerged with near to no injuries. However, they were both given time off so to recuperate. After Barriss and Ahsoka recovered, they both were tasked with making a supply run from Ord Cestus. Unbeknownst to them, the medical frigate had been contaminated by deadly brainworms. Not before long, and after the Jedi had split, Offee was infected by the virus. The worms caused her to lose her mind, and so she stalked Tano aboard the frigate. She attacked her friend with her lightsaber and actually nearly killed the Padawan. Fortunately, Ahsoka managed to free Barriss from the brain control of the worms. Her friend was saved, though Offee begged to be killed. This was due to the effect the parasite had. However, the Padawan was nursed back to health. Nearing the end of the Clone Wars, Barriss grew distant from the Jedi Order. This was further established when she met Letta Turmund, a Coruscant citizen who opposed the Clone Wars and the fact the Jedi were involved. Offee soon came to the conclusion that it was time to stand up to the Jedi Order. Using nanodroids, the Jedi had Turmund's husband unknowingly ingest the bombs. Later, whilst Letta's other half entered the Jedi Temple hangar area, the nanodroids were detonated. The explosion killed many innocent people, which of course included Jedi. The Order never suspected Barriss of participating in the bombing, and she actually showed up to her friend's funeral. Le cheek! Turmund was placed in Republic custody whilst the bombing was investigated. However, the Jedi force-choked Letta so to keep her involvement a secret. Ahsoka investigated the murder and found herself in Coruscant's underworld. Whilst there, Offee communicated with her over a comlink. This was when Barriss became very sneaky. The Jedi told her friend to head to a warehouse. However, the location was filled with more nanodroids. Under the disguise of Asajj Ventress, who Tano had become close with, the betrayer attacked the Jedi. The fight ended with no casualties, but Commander Wolf and clone troopers found Ahsoka right next to all the murder evidence. With the deck stacked against her, the Jedi was expelled from the Order after a council meeting. Anakin was very suspicious about the whole thing, and so tried to find evidence linking to the correct perpetrator. Ahsoka's former master recalled her claiming Ventress was responsible for the bombing. This led him to finding Asajj in the lower levels of Coruscant. The Dathomirian informed Skywalker that Offee was a prime suspect. He then travelled to the Jedi's private chamber and confronted Offee. A lightsaber duel soon broke out, which lasted a while, but Anakin proved too strong for the Padawan. Afterwards, Barriss admitted her involvement with the bombing, and that she did so due to her belief that the Jedi were actually the villains in the Clone Wars. After the revelation to the court, Offee was taken away by Jedi Temple guards. Ahsoka was invited back into the Order. However, she declined as she felt not only betrayed by Lem, but by a close friend also. Now it's time for this week's question. What do you think happened to Barriss Offee? In Star Wars Legends, she appears to have been accepted back into the Jedi Order, and was killed on Felucia during Order 66. However, many speculate that she is in fact the female Inquisitor in Star Wars Rebels. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Hey guys, Noel here. Remember the Prayer for Pogo video I made a while back?
Those children going hungry in the Outer Rim. Those slave Wookiees working until their backs give way.
It was basically a campaign to have Pogo the Lesser eventually voted for a Star Wars lore. It was very successful in the end, and you guys seemed to love the video. Some of you loved it so much that you wanted a Prayer for Pogo t-shirt. Well my friends, although I'm late to the party, your wish has been granted. Here it is, the hashtag Prayer for Pogo t-shirt, drawn by yours truly and available to be bought right now. Now this is a crowdfunding campaign where at least 50 have to be bought in order to have them all made, and you only have until December 31st to grab one. Although I'm using an American company, they will be shipped all around the world for a small fee. If all goes well, you should have yours in January, and if all goes excellent, then I will make even more awesome/funny designs. So why not support the Kankusans and buy yourself a shirt? Maybe even buy it for a loved one this Christmas. Of course you don't have to purchase one, but if you're interested, visit www.teechip.com/prayerforpogs. Come on guys, let's get 50 bought, and of course, prayer for Poggle.
Free Poggle. Save Poggle. Prayer for Poggle. Nothing more, nothing less.
Thank you everyone, you're all awesome. Remember to vote for next week's episode by liking one of the 3 comments below, and for more Star Wars lore, keep it locked here to the Kankusans. As far as I'm concerned, it was a really good film. Abrams definitely delivered. It seems like we're finally back with good Star Wars films. We're on track again.